Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple Haze Podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold today. So, I came to talk about a few things that just happened this week of what kind of news was happening around the Vikings. There were a couple of free agency signings that I didn't quite talk about yet. But there's also one specific issue that has been going on for a while for Vikings fans. Just the drama of if Aaron Rodgers, how he's a good fit for the Minnesota Vikings, which I don't believe it is. The Vikings, I think, basically from reporters about Aaron Rodgers, those things are done. They are over with. What I've heard from the reporters, or what they've said, is that Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah said he shut down 2 calls from Aaron Rodgers and did not accept the deal that they were going to sign Aaron Rodgers with the Vikings. So I am so glad that the drama's over. So that means it's official. It's 100% official that 2025 and beyond, JJ McCarthy is going to be the QB1 for the Vikings. And I couldn't be happier about this because none of this about the idea of Aaron Rodgers leading the Minnesota Vikings and and translating that to the culture that we built, or that they built, not we've built, what Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell built, it is going to drop. It's going to be nothing but drama with Aaron Rodgers. So I can't have the idea of that happening with Aaron Rodgers. And his attitude like a child. Besides that, he has declined as far as performance-wise. He has more his touchdown to interception ratio has dropped drastically as his previous years that he has played as a Viking. I would say his rookie year was like that. He played exactly like his rookie year, I would say, even. So Aaron Rodgers is just not going to work. It was never going to work. Where history repeating itself. No, I don't want another 2009, 2010 Brett Favre kind of season where it's just 1 year of a sugar rush and then that's it. The rest of the way, that's it. Nothing else happens. So I can't have the idea of that. JJ McCarthy. So basically, I don't have to talk about it. I'm so glad it's over. It's JJ McCarthy's time now to shine, which I can't wait for. And a couple of other free agency signings, Aaron Rodgers drama being over aside, the Vikings have signed a couple of free agents. They've signed wide receiver Rondale Moore from previously of the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons, where he did have an injury, I think in 2023, a bit of an injury, and then 2024 he missed quite a bit of seasons in the past as far as injuries. I'm not saying, I think this dude he's definitely another good weapon in my opinion though. When I watched him, he's basically almost like that firecracker, like that small firecracker that will go up over the top for big chunk plays for 20, 30, or like 40-yard plays. That could be Rondale Moore, who could possibly be a wide receiver 3. I don't know about a wide receiver 3, maybe a wide receiver 4 maybe. But he's definitely going to be a special teams kind of guy. He's definitely going to be that kind of guy. He's definitely a good addition because you don't quite trust Jalen Naylor or Brandon Powell to really do much in the kick return game or the punt return game. You would trust Rondale Moore, which I completely understand where they're going. So I didn't think they were going to sign Rondale Moore, but he's here. And then the Vikings made a second signing which is cornerback previously of the Detroit Lions, Jeff Okudah, who is listed off as a top 5 draft pick bust. Previously, he wasn't really all that good, which I could see why. He really wasn't all that good, but I'm not worried about not a good son. He's not a great player, no. But I'm not quite worried about Jeff Okudah right now. Just as long as you upgrade, because that wasn't my biggest concern. That was, I guess, secondary or third to me. But the primary issues was trenches. And the Vikings and Kwesi did a very fantastic job at doing it. He crushed it with that. So I'm not worried about Jeff Okudah and how bad he's going to play. I mean, I'm not worried about Jeff Okudah. He's more going to be like I believe like maybe if he was in like the special like defensive packages like nickel sets or something like that, or maybe just a depth behind the starting cornerbacks like Byron Murphy. But I'm not worried about that right now, how bad Jeff Okudah is, but I think you can basically sign anybody just as long as you address the trenches, and they've already got the most eye-glaring issues out of the way. So I'm not worried about who they sign. They can even sign a tight end for all I care. That's how good of a position the Vikings are. So I don't mind that they signed these two guys, Rondale Moore and Jeff Okudah. I don't mind this at all. So I mean this free agency, which is basically done. Still one more like glaring issue, which I will talk about next podcast, which is the QB2 since Nick Mullins and I'm sorry, not Jaren Hall. Oh yeah, Daniel Jones and Nick Mullins, they're not there anymore. So got to find a plan B, of course, at quarterback, which I will discuss in just a second, which I will discuss next episode, of course. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 100 subs. Please share this channel if you will. Skull Vikings.